My early life was in a town in California called Bakersfield, California, in the Central Valley. You know, it was a pretty typical American town, I think. My parents had moved there after the war, so I often explain what it was like growing up, at least in teenage years, as similar to the movie American Graffiti, or Richard Dreyfuss, I think is the actor's name, and Ron Howard. And I was sort of a mixture of those two. When I got to college, I had an opportunity to study in Italy. Florence, Italy for 6 months, and I took a lot of courses in international relations, and particularly my mother encouraged me to get out and experience the broader world, even outside the United States. So, well, in 1971 I made my first trip out to Beirut, Lebanon, and I absolutely loved it. After a year and a half I was asked to go to Tehran. A few months after I arrived, the revolution began, and it resulted in the downfall of the Shah. So I was there at the beginning of that and left in the middle of the revolution.
Our biggest challenge before Dennis came on was, as we were thinking about who would succeed Jack Gwynne, and Jack was sort of an institution in Atlanta, we were looking for someone that could step in there, help us not miss a beat, and be all of the things that the Fed should be in the community. And I think the best testimony to who Dennis is if you ask Jack about his successor, he would be the first to say, you couldn't have done a better job.
Well, certainly the Federal Reserve is one of the most powerful and influential institutions in our country. Among the most important things the Federal Reserve does is it influences interest rates and the interest rate environment through monetary policy. I came in 2007. Within a few months, we had the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression, and I've been involved in policy making throughout that period. Regarding my civic involvement, let me start with education, because I've had some involvement in education quite literally from a very early age through the university level or college level. I co-chaired with Beverly Tatum, who until recently is the president of Spelman College, a commission for the United Way that focused on early childhood education. I'm on the board of the Atlanta International School, which is quite a unique institution, and I'm on the board of Agnes Scott College. My daughter went to a school that was girls only, and I became a believer in single-sex education, particularly for young women.
What makes him special is the fact that he's not only committed to what he's doing as his day job, but he has a tremendous commitment to community. And it shows up in all the different things he does. In fact, I would put his commitment to education, K-12 education particularly, as being one of the things that resonate most when you talk about who Dennis is and what he stands for.
Peak late in life, don't peak early. Keep growing, keep seeking opportunities to test yourself, expand yourself, to challenge yourself. Have an attitude of continuous learning. All of those things are attitudes that I have tried to live by in my professional life.